To the families, it was supposed to be paradise. A dream voyage across glittering seas, days of laughter, nights of music, endless horizons. But when the ship returned to port, their loved ones weren't there. Empty cabins, luggage left behind. Questions unanswered, and instead of comfort, the families were met with silence and lawyers. This is the side of cruising that glossy brochures never show you. Behind the champagne toasts and midnight buffets lies a reality darker than the ocean depths. Tonight we dive into the 10 most dangerous truths about cruising, secrets that could turn your dream vacation into a waking nightmare. What you are about to see may forever change the way you look at those floating cities of luxury. Since the year 2000, more than 300 passengers and crew have vanished from cruise ships. That's more than one person every single month, swallowed by the sea without a trace. Some are accidents, some suicides, but many defy explanation. Take the case of Rebecca Corriam, a 24-year-old Disney cruise crew member, last seen on CCTV, distressed pacing a phone call. Hours later, gone. Disney said she fell overboard. Her family insists otherwise. The investigation, conducted by a single detective sent from a distant country and quietly closed. Railings stand just 42 inches tall, waist-high for most adults. And when someone goes overboard, ships rarely stop immediately. Hours may pass before a search begins, and in those black, freezing waters, survival rates are less than 10%. The ocean keeps her secrets, and cruise lines prefer it that way. It begins with a stomach ache. One passenger, then 10. Within hours, hundreds are struck down. This is Norovirus, the invisible plague of the seas, spread by a single touch. Buffet utensils, elevator buttons, door handles. Once aboard, it moves like wildfire. Recycled air systems carry it further, faster. In 2019 alone, the CDC documented 13 cruise ship outbreaks. Passengers confined to cabins, violently ill with nowhere to escape. And here's the truth. When infection spreads, you can't simply leave. You're trapped in a floating hospital you never chose. The ocean is the most unpredictable force on Earth. Storms rising from nowhere. Rogue waves, 100-foot walls of water, striking without warning. The Carnival Triumph lost all power after an engine fire, leaving 4,000 passengers stranded without toilets, light or food. The Viking Sky nearly ran aground off Norway, engines dead, as passengers braced for impact. Nature doesn't care about profit margins, and no ship, no matter how massive, is unsinkable. Step onto a cruise ship, and you leave the law behind. 12 miles out, jurisdiction vanishes into thin air. Assaults, thefts, even murders. The FBI reports more than 100 serious crimes every year at sea. Experts say the real numbers are far higher. Why? Because the cruise industry has every reason to bury them. When crimes happen in international waters, who investigates? The ship's flag nation? The victim's home country? The departure port? This legal confusion creates the perfect hunting ground for predators. Hidden in plain sight. It looks so inviting, pools, spas, showers. But inside the pipes something deadly lurks. Legionella pneumophila. This bacteria thrives in warm, stagnant water. Hot tubs, showers, fountains, perfect breeding grounds. When inhaled, it triggers pneumonia so severe it kills the vulnerable within days. Symptoms appear days later, long after the ship has sailed away. By the time passengers realize, for some, it's already too late. Behind every smile is exhaustion. Crew work 16 to 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, for months without rest. Many earn less than $2 an hour. And these aren't just waiters. They're engineers, navigators, the very people keeping your ship afloat. Sleep deprivation is deadly. At sea, one tired mistake can kill hundreds. You thought it was all-inclusive? Think again. Cruise ships are floating traps designed to drain wallets, Wi-Fi more expensive than luxury hotels, $50 steak dinners, after you already paid for meals, art auctions selling masterpieces worth pennies, and casinos, looser rules than Vegas, worse odds, easier losses. Once you're hooked, there's no escape until port. Heart attacks, strokes, emergencies strike without warning, but ship infirmaries. They're little more than first aid clinics. No ICU, no surgeons, no advanced equipment. In life-threatening emergencies, it's a race against time for helicopter evacuation, if the weather even allows it. COVID exposed the truth. The Diamond Princess became a floating prison with 700 infected, limited staff, insufficient supplies, and nowhere to run. Many ships sail decades past their intended lifespan. Rust spreads like cancer, engines fail, fires ignite. The Costa Concordia disaster killed 32 when negligence and poor design met human arrogance. And yet aging vessels keep sailing, because repairs cost millions and profit comes first. Amy Lynn Bradley, Marion Carver, Daniel Belling, Rebecca Corium, names etched into tragedy, passengers and crew who boarded ships and never returned. Amy Bradley vanished in 1998. Credible sightings suggest trafficking, yet Royal Caribbean called it suicide. Rebecca Corium's footage mysteriously corrupted, witnesses silenced, evidence destroyed. Since 1995, more than 400 disappearances. And almost every time, the truth is buried deeper than the ocean itself. From viral plagues to violent storms, from financial predators to missing loved ones, the dark side of cruising is real, and it thrives on your ignorance. Does this mean you should never sail again? That's for you to decide. But remember, awareness is armor. The next time you see a brochure promising paradise, ask yourself, what are they not telling me? The sea is beautiful, the sea is deadly, and the truth is always worth the journey.